I said no need, sir. Me and the shepherd would prefer to hunt on foot. Do not follow us under any circumstance. You and your men. Know that I've sullied my blade for lesser crimes than the benignness you clearly perceive your own defiance to be. I'd sully the blade myself if it comes to it. Away! Come, wee lamb, deeper into the tree line where they can no longer see us. There is no prying eyes I hate more than the people who'd pity me before they'd hate me. The captain of the guard is the very same for when my father ruled. He's known me since I was barely able to see above those knee-high boots of his. He just needs to know that the same kind of boot is on his neck the minute he so much as sneezes without my permission. But he's malleable, as expected of all in my father's employ. Then again, it's not like I need grunts to think. Why we're here? Surely you have to know. It's been nothing but tea parties and policy making and balls and dances and P's and Q's and etiquette all day. Every day for the past few months. Even the honeymoon was delayed for the sake of building that strong foundation on which the kingdom relies. Of course, everyone has had something to say about that. Never too openly, of course, but something to say. So, on a day without responsibilities, without rules, without expectations, why not revel in it? And do something as irresponsible, lawless, and generally unexpected of the average royal. In a way, we both get to return to our roots. Yours just may run deeper. I do have to ask, though, how does it feel? You spent so much of your life fending off what might as well be noisy meat to slip out from a veritable wall of trees and brush at any and every angle. How does it feel to finally be the hunter rather than the so thoroughly hunted? Unless there's something you're not telling me. If that's the case, by all means, share. I'd prefer to have something to drag back to the captain of the guard, lest they think we are looking for a rather indecent kind of privacy. We're well within our right to consider such a thing, I'm sure you're aware, and one of the lesser Mother Minas have made it rather clear in her own special way that the staff is getting a little touchy at what they perceive as a general lack of intimacy between us, but you can read between the lines, Bunty. I know they just want me indisposed and swollen for the next 9 months. It'd probably make their lives that much easier. Ugh. Listen carefully, my pet. My little lamb. My shepherd. And let me ask, how badly do you miss your sheep? How much do you miss looking into their dumb little eyes and knowing that you are their whole world? I'm asking for you to possess that self-evident shred of hesitation. Because even now, not halfway through the tree line that separates the village from the castle's walls, I can feel my blood singing. I can't hesitate. I never taught myself how. I never... I won't be able to take the little beastie out with my teeth alone. But you like to be included, do you not? I'd rip it to pieces if you didn't want to. The castle cookie resents when I bring her such things, but if that's what you truly desire from me, I'd feel truly unfortunate if you weren't able to appreciate the spoils of this hunt, no matter how acidic the meat will be. Any meat that dies scared will taste acidic. I can't explain why exactly. Maybe something to do with the muscle tension. But I have grown well used to the taste of fear, so I see no reason why I should quarrel with it. I've had to learn to hunt in these ways, with these means. You would like to hold the rabbit? Of course. Why wouldn't I grant you such a wish? You're so gentle with it. So kind. I can hardly believe it, but I can practically see its heart rate slowing. I've never felt the need to apologize for my own brutality before. It's done me more good than bad, no matter the looks I've seen from those who don't know if they'd be more afraid of the Ice Queen or the feral kind. I still don't feel that need, but you're making me consider it. How troubling is that? It's not like I could only survive on plants while fending for myself within the wilderness. The sweetgrass only grows so high for so long before the dirt that once poured through my hands like water freezes over, and I'm back to digging at the stiffened grounds with broken, bloody nails, desperate for even the taste of the onion roots that once grew so plentiful. The strong can smell the weak, and the desperate flocks towards the desperate. The rabbits would never guess that the frozen body that collapsed so close to their burrow for a long enough time that it even began to smell like them was not them. But that body was nothing like them. That body wasn't braver or stronger or more cunning than those little rabbits. Until it ate them. Whole, raw, their little hearts still pounding, their lungs still filling with breath, and then when a certain bite landed in a certain place, they would stop their thrashing. Stop everything within their little bodies for the rest of time. And then that body, that by the virtue of eating them, became braver, stronger, and more cunning than those little rabbits, and would crawl inside that burrow and eat every last one of them until sated and satisfied for the very first time since that body had been propped up with emeralds and rubies in the night of the last great ball. That body was reminded that even Judas had the decency to hang himself in chains. And that body was reminded then, more than ever, how small a rabbit really was. It knew it couldn't just rely on the generosity that seemed to pour from weakness. It knew that it couldn't just look to sources that cultivated weakness. It had to see to it that everything was beneath them. It had to hunt. And hunt it did. Now, even as I stand on my own two legs, with guns and knives as accessible to me as my own hands are, it's like the drive to feel something die within my fangs has only grown all the greater. Even though I don't need to, I need it! I can't imagine you'd understand, but do you? Dear shepherd, what have you? You waited. You were just biding your time until the rabbit was capable of feeling safe within your arms. And when it was, the meat didn't die scared. It didn't die scared. It died as loved as it was on the day it was born. Well, wouldn't it be nice to at least entertain the thought that I could be? Dear shepherd of mine, I don't know what to say. There are times like these, like this, where I want to remove the skin that I wear, even now, and let you see everything I am, everything I once was, everything I will be, the spoiled brat I once was, the leader I stand before you as now, and the unspeakable thing I had to become when the revolution stormed the steps of the castle. The staff, the little staff that was left, that wasn't slaughtered for their acts done in the name of the capricious king, the ones who knew me when I was no higher than their knee and earlier than that. They were terrified of me. They feared how feral I had truly become in the last few years that came from before I was able to storm the castle. I had even lost the will to speak. My eloquence had to be taught twice over for me to be able to speak to you as I do now. I can't imagine showing you that person that still lurks deep inside, behind every glint of anger in my eyes, just waiting for its chance to rip out the throats of all who put that fury there as I once was able to. But there are times like these, moments like these, where you make me feel like I could. It should terrify me, I know it does. The idea of seeing you flinch at the sight of me, matted and raw like that. I would devour myself then and there to satisfy you, to make myself safe for you. But then I see your eyes, every now and again, and I can see myself. And I don't know if that feeling of something so familiar fills me with a thrill or a terror, but I keep looking all the same. I'll watch for as long as I feel like watching, and I'll watch for as long as you let me. Come now. I refuse to let the captain of the guard see me eat crow, unless it's one I caught myself. The hunt continues.